If you want to add learning objectives to a group, and when you do that, you can use those learning objectives to track student performance in your courses, the first thing you need to do is go to a group. I'm just using the new teacher group as an example. You might want to create a group that corresponds to your course, but you go to resources. That's where all this stuff is kept, and I already have a bunch of stuff in here. Yours, if it's a new group, will be blank. And if you want to add something, you go to add resources. Well, in this case, I want to go to options, and I want to enable learning objectives. And that basically turns on the function that we need that will allow you to track student performance on learning objectives or standards. So it'll give you this little folder at the top with a target in this folder here. You open it up, and then you can add all your priority standards by hand if you want. So go to Add, Custom Learning Objective, and just as an example, I've got one here pasted. So explain the structure, properties, and interactions of matter. It does need a description. Sometimes I just make those the same thing, and hit Create. And it'll give you your new learning objective with a little target there. That's fine, and you can copy and paste or hand type all the learning objectives that way. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to show you a different way. Just delete that one. There's a really easy way to import. So I'm going to go to one of our syllabus templates, Physical Science Academy, and I've got all my priority standards there. So I'm going to copy these, and I'm going to paste it into an Excel document. And just the format is pretty easy. It needs a title and also the description. And again, I'm just going to make them the same. And let me go back and get the second half of those. Copy. Paste them in there. And paste them in there. So this first column is going to be the title of your standard. The second column is going to be your description. Again, if you want to make them different, you can. Then I'm going to save this, and what you want to do is save it as a comma-separated values file. All right, I'm going to call it Learning Objectives, but come down here, and you may have a different version of Microsoft Excel, but look for the file format. You're looking for save it as a CSV file, which makes it turns it into a format that you can import easily. All right, so I've got that saved. So I'm going back here. And rather than add a learning objective by hand, I'm going to go to Options, and it gives you the option to import. And it gives you all sorts of instructions. I guess you can use an XLS file. In Excel files, I always use a CSV file by default, just having imported a number of these types of files. I called it Learning Objectives. Open. Upload the file, and then it just needs to know, okay, so the title's in, column 1, the description is in column 2, you can hit preview, if that looks the way you want it to look, you hit confirm, and it takes about 3 seconds, and all of your learning objectives are there. So now we can use these learning objectives, attach them to assignments, attach them to test questions, and begin to track progress.